Welcome to Something Crunchy. Tyler is homies with Blake. Blake is the older bro of Blair. Blair is married to Tyler, and is a slutty slut.
Welcome to Something Crunchy.
What the hell is crunchy?
Welcome to Something Crunchy. In the studio with Tyler D and Don't Stand So Close to B. TJ and All the Way Blair. T-Hand Touch and That Don't Impress B Much. T-Stony and Show B the Meaning of Being Lonely. T-Pair and Be of a Kind. Tyler D and Talk Dirty to B. Oscar and Golden Globes. T-Dab and Blair Wanna. Tyler D and Falling Away from B. Ty Jump and Blair Ball. Rep Tyler and Bladen. Tyler D and Pour Some Sugar on B. The Kunama Tyler and Can You Feel the B Tonight? Isolation and Sister Distancing. Tyler D and Tits McGee. Tyler D and the B in Apartment 23. Biscuits and taters. Vitamin T and Hepatitis B. How are we feeling tonight?
If you're wondering why my balls are tingling, it's because it feels great to be back in the saddle.
Oh, yeah.
Could I be any more drunk? I'm ready to be served up something crunchy tonight. I'm 5 beers deep, full tilt bananas. Feeling lucky tonight, brother. I just floated on into the studio, if that tells you anything. I am oiled up and ready to go. If I was any more churched up, you'd have to pass around the offering plate. Buddy, I am sold on tonight's episode. Feeling like I'm in the crosshairs tonight. It's smelling gamey in here. Feel like a fucking champion.
Ooh.
Out of this world, buddy. So pumped.
Hell yes.
If I were any more frothed up, you'd call me George Sloshington. If I was any more excited, you'd need a mop and bucket. If I was any more steamed up, we'd get a good clam bake going in here. If I was any more cranked to be worried about rocking my cock off. Jean-Claude Van Damme, I'm ready for tonight.
Hell yes.
Oh my god.
My cheeks are burning.
I know.
That's funny.
Still gets me jacked. Welcome to the season 4 finale episode. What a season. Holy shit.
Oh, I'm already so excited. I'm not ready. I'm like already getting all the feels from this.
If this is your first Crunch finale, start stretching out your face a little and get comfortable. We're going for a ride. We're going to sit back and hear some of our favorite clips from the season and doing a little different format this time. For a show that never really intended on having interviews, we sure had some amazing guests come on.
Fantastic.
We did.
This season, almost half of our episodes were interviews, and we've had some unforgettable exchanges with some incredible human beings. This finale, we're going to start with the clips from our interview-sodes and hear some of our favorite moments with our guests. We've had some good ones.
Oh, we've had amazing guests.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rock royalty joining the Crunchcast. Please welcome Scott Page.
Oh, the crowd roars. Oh, they did roar. Scott Page here. Hi. Nice to see you all. Nice to meet you all.
Please welcome back our friend Larry Hankin.
Hey, thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's so nice.
Please welcome Leon.
Hey, hello. Happy Friday night.
Please welcome London from Cold Crimes.
Hey. Yeah.
Please welcome Wendy Stewart Kaplan.
Wow, what an introduction. I'm so happy to be here with you all tonight.
Please welcome Soho Johnny.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me on the show today.
Please welcome President of Pandemic Marketing, Mr. Russell Schwartz. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you, Mr. Schwartz?
I am very good, thank you, on a Friday afternoon. Sunny Los Angeles.
Please welcome the one and only Howard Bloom. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you, Mr. Bloom?
Absolutely wonderful, Blake. It's wonderful to be in your presence, to be in Blair's presence, to be in Tyler's presence.
Thank you.
It's a joy.
That is so sweet of you to say. How many push-ups have you done today?
1,250.
Yes.
Our guest tonight is just as crunchy as it gets. He is one of the coolest people alive and needs no introduction. Please welcome the one and only Tommy Chong.
Yay!
I thought you said I didn't need an introduction.
Thank you so much for joining us. How are you, Mr. Tommy?
I'm very well, thank you.
Are you in Canada or are you on the coast right now?
I really don't know.
Floating around somewhere.
I love it. The Crunchy Show. Let's rock and roll.
You're kidding. Oh, can we say saguaro cactus?
It's so cute.
Yes. I love the desert. And when I was out there, I did one of those Jeep tours of the desert.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Sedona.
Yeah, the pink Jeep.
Oh,
Right.
the pink Jeep tours in Sedona. Yes,
That's
you
right.
know about that.
yes.
Oh, we know that one.
There's only one way to
Oh, my
Sedona,
God.
and that's in a pink Jeep, Wendy. Larry's hot right now.
Yes.
Larry's hot.
Actually, that's really strange. That I am more popular now. Not that I was ever really popular, but I'm more popular now than I've ever been, and I haven't done anything.
I mean, Friends had over 800 different characters and guest stars outside of the core six, and only a small handful were asked to participate in the reunion. Of that small handful, only one came on in character, and that was you, sir.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you seen it yet?
Yeah, I just saw me. I didn't want to. I'm not into Friends at all. I mean, that's.
And I heard Mike Tyson squeeze the shit out of you when he saw you because he loved it so much. Is that true?
Yeah. Well, that's because he didn't want me to tell anybody that he cried.
Gotcha, Mike.
Oh, you got to tell us about that. That was a young Mike, too, like getting a hug from a vending machine, I bet.
That's champion Mike.
Yes. To get tears out of Mike.
I'm still feeling that hug.
I'm sure it wasn't that violent, but in my head, I'm picturing you like at the end of Cliffhanger with Stallone.
Well, it wasn't really a hug. It was more of a headlock.
That means he was just like, that's when he really loves you.
It's a trip. You lay there on the ground and you're surrounded. It's almost like a shared VR experience. And the band's doing Floyd. You know, people are smoking weed.
I was going to say, you have continued to find new and innovative ways to get the next generation of fans to come do drugs at your shows.
Yeah.
Wasn't me. I mean, you could just smell it in the room. Like, it was crazy. But,
wasn't me.
So
there is a rumor circulating that you smoke a little bit of weed. Is this true?
Who is this? Who am I talking to?
Yeah.
You are obviously on the Mount Rushmore of celebrity smokers in cannabis culture.
I want Snoop Dogg and me and Willie.
Yeah.
That's so funny you say that because obviously you'd have to put you with Willie and Snoop.
Yeah.
But who would be in that fourth spot? Would it be?
Oh yeah.
Would it be Bob Marley? Would it be Cheech? You would know best.
Well, you better put Cheech there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And me, a science nerd who used to listen to Rachmaninoff, Beethoven, Bartok, and Stravinsky, was all of a sudden working to either sustain or to build careers for people like Michael Jackson, Prince, Bob Marley, Bette Midler, AC/DC, Aerosmith, Kiss, Queen, Run DMC, Billy Joel, Billy Idol, Paul Simon, Peter Gabriel, David Byrne, ZZ Top, Shaka Khan. The list goes on.
Worth, Texas.
Yes.
Hold on. We got to sip on this a little bit.
Every independent movie is a challenge. I've never really had, even Lord of the Rings was a huge challenge, but we get to that if you want. First of all, nobody has ever, and still hasn't since, made 3 movies in a row back to back to back, without seeing how the first one did. I had just gotten there, so I had a 3-year deal. I said, oh, well, okay, that'll be quick.
And
anyway.
And it was your job to make it a success.
Yeah, that's some pressure.
Well, it was interesting. Peter was a, very, very particular filmmaker, and nobody in the movie was known outside of Ian McKellen to some extent. And there was everything about that movie which said B. The director, the cast, all unknowns. The effects were all unknown. Nobody knew anything about the effects. New Zealand, where the heck is that? Matter of fact, the first day I got my job, which was like beginning of June in that year, 2001, the head of New Line, Bob Shea, said, "Don't go to the office. Go to the Van Nuys Airport and get on my plane."
What?
I said, "Well," he said, "Where are we going?" He said, "We're going to New Zealand." So he's
So you went to New Zealand?
And I had like everybody in high school had bought the books but never read them, right?
Right.
It was just a cool thing to have on your shelf.
Yeah, you just have to have it on your desk.
Yeah, exactly. So I realized, holy shit, I'm going to meet Peter Jackson. I haven't read Fellowship yet. So the good news about it, private jet, is that it took like 18 hours to get there. So I was able to read the whole thing. So 2 things happened after, I came back. We started working on the campaign all summer. We started putting out trailers. I mean, my first question was, how do I fill these characters? I mean, what's a Frodo? Nobody had any idea what a Frodo was.
What's a Frodo?
Was it a frog? Was it a cake? I mean, who knows? So,
my agents, they called my agents, and I walked to the room and they said, "What is it with you in Jamaica?" Here's where we went. They're like, "Leon has to be in the movie." So I said, that's my peoples. I'm down there on the regular. So that's how basically, I basically got into the whole fold of Cool Runnings, and then I got cast, and then the movie got delayed for a while, and then they changed directors, and then they had to cast it all over again, but I was still the guy. So I actually got cast twice to do the movie.
You could see that Michael Jackson was seeing the infinite in these tiniest of things, that he was seeing things in this illustration that even the illustrator had never seen. It was amazing. I had never stood next to a person or even been in the room with a person who was having a full-scale aesthetic orgasm before.
Love those.
And that's what was happening with Michael.
The one emotion that Cheech was really good at was anger.
Yeah, it was.
I had in the scene I'm supposed to eat a gummy bear, but instead I literally ate one of my strips, cheese strips, and I offered it to Cheech, but he turned it down, because it's not a stoner movie. but what made me laugh is that every movie's a stoner movie, you dumb fuck.
Yeah.
Especially if you're Cheech and Chong, come on.
I don't know about doing another Oz, and it was so weird. That's why I could never watch Orange is the New Black. I could never watch that, because to me it was just like
hokey.
Once you're in Oz, once you're in Oz, you can't watch that.
Oh, they're just doing Oz again. Oh, good for them.
No, that wasn't. You can't even compare that to Oz. That was that's like comparing the 5 Heartbeats to That Thing You Do.
The fans know that Mr. Heckles had a heart attack and died. So in my mind, as an actor, taking on the role of Mr. Heckles to wish somebody a happy birthday, I had to make that adjustment. I mean, as an actor, I don't think anybody else would have bothered, but it does bother me that the character is dead and I have to wish you a happy birthday.
So what do you do?
Well, here's what I did. I said, hi, Blake, this is Mr. Heckles. I had a heart attack. They got me to the hospital and they revived me and I moved to your area. so I live near you. And so you got to keep it down. Blake, you got to keep it down. I got birds, I got cats, and don't disturb them.
Oh my God.
So that's how I adjusted my character.
Oh, it's great.
They revived me.
I love that you did that.
Well, so the Lord of the Rings trilogy, Fargo. What other films do you look back and just take tremendous pride for having influence?
Well, the New Line years were pretty great. I mean,
Yeah.
I think Elf, which was obviously is now an evergreen picture. Again, what New Line was so good at was finding talent. Jim Carrey, Will Ferrell,
Wedding Crashers,
all these people, even Austin Powers. They were sort of on the cusp, but they hadn't really made it yet. And sort of getting them at a point where they were just about to break, which was great for me because they did all the publicity I asked them to.
That's great.
Yeah, the managers and the agents were saying, I think we're going to do that show.
Okay, so here's what I want you guys to do. And then she goes, just fucking yell action, Dave.
We got it.
I laughed so hard. Because he wanted real emotion on the cheeks, and he got it. Oh my God! I've never seen anything so funny in all my life.
Yeah, you got some great vibes coming off of you. You can find Soho Johnny everywhere, by the way. Even these after parties for the Grammys and the Oscars. Let's peek behind that curtain a little bit. Well, I mean, just tell us which after party gets more wild and why the Grammys.
Oh, there's the after party and there's the after party, right? Like you always do. But, it gets wilder as the night goes on, I guess. And
it's a wonderful thing. I mean, just being a musician, I feel so blessed. It's such a gift. It allows me to connect with the source, basically. That's the beauty of playing music, is you get to get lost in it and kind of not be connected to the world. You get to go into the music world. It's such a gift.
I call it like the great recycle, because every day, no matter what we're doing, no matter what we're taking in, we kind of accumulate this bullshit in the back of our brain and we hold it there and we might not be aware of it. And I think DMT just kind of does a big gut check and slaps you in the best kind of way. And it's almost like a reset button / very deep embedded message and a whole lot of circus shenanigans that are like, what the fuck? Yeah. Everything in between.
It's crazy what your mind will do to remind you of what's really present.
You saw right down to the very base of his soul who Michael Jackson really was. And I had never, ever, remember, I worked with a lot of important people, from Buzz Aldrin, the 11th president of India, but those are more recent, to all the people that I just told you. Michael was the closest to being something not beyond human, something you could call an angel treading the face of the earth, that I had ever seen. Primal truth came alive in Michael in ways I never expected to see in one of my fellow human beings.
But as much as I believe in science is as much as I believe that there are things out there that we cannot explain. We can't. And in terms of bringing people back, from the dead, that spirits stay with us, I completely believe in that.
It feels more real than this. It looks more real than this. It speaks louder. The colors are more vibrant. The corners are sharper. The intention is full force, and it's not fucking around. And you're like, whoa. It really is like the screen door came off of life, and you're seeing it for what it is. And it's like, holy shit. Okay.
So I heard a crazy story. I heard you were cellmates with Jordan Belfort, Wolf of Wall Street. You actually helped him write his book?
We don't say cellmates.
I see.
We say cellies. He was a cellie.
So nice.
I helped him. I insulted him. That's what I did. That's the only way you can teach rich fucks.
Cut him down a peg.
And every night I'd sit and right away, and Jordan, he would be playing tennis, because we had a tennis court there, and Jordan's a pretty good tennis player. And then one day he asked me, what are you doing? And I told him I was writing a book, and he said, oh, I'm going to write a book. And so he sat down, wrote a page, and showed it to me the next day. And that's when I insulted him. I said, no, you haven't written shit, man. he was not expecting that. It was good. I smacked him. Then he said, so what should I write? What's your advice? And I said, write all that shit you've been telling me every night, all the adventures. And then I told him the rule of writing or movies or anything is that you got to show people the most of,
Yeah.
Like if you're going to be high on coke, you got to be so high, man. You're not just high. You're just, like he did in the movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cerebral palsy
so
phase.
He looked at me and kind of smiled, and he went away, and then he wrote straight for the whole month that I was in there with him.
Hold it against you from being from Dallas? No, I feel sorry for you. Is what I feel.
See, that makes more sense.
Let's really be serious about
man.
the
It is hard to
crazy
be a
Dallas
Cowboys
fans.
fan.
He is a
You
sports
know
fan.
The Dallas Cowboys, right? Since 1998, are a below a 500 team.
I thought it was
Okay.
95.
I know.
Or 95. Okay, I gave you a couple years. Okay, how many playoff wins?
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't
Okay.
say we were good. I just said we were from Dallas.
I mean,
We know this situation's been difficult.
To think that the Jets have more playoff wins than the Cowboys. The Jets are the
Is
most
that a true
dysfunctional franchise in the world.
Hold on. Is this a true statement?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, historically, overall,
Oh, no, not historically.
I have a name for you. I just said Crunchy. And I called Eileen and I said, is this person's name Crunchy? Because you never know, right?
You can call him Crunchy.
Maybe that'll become your name now, Crunchy.
That's perfect.
So,
Crunchy B.
Who was most memorable or most fun to smoke with?
Ah,
I heard Snoop doesn't share well. He hogs the goof.
Snoopy's he bogarts. No, he doesn't bogart it. You just don't see it.
It's gone.
Whatever he's smoking, that's Snoop's joint.
That's it. He's not passing that.
Yeah. No. Not even out of habit.
No, like this is mine.
Yeah, I used to bug him about that all the time.
It's puff, puff, pass, Snoop. You forgot the pass.
Together.
Let's see. Well, my favorite guy, a famous guy, is George Harrison.
Oh.
Him and I, we had a thing. We had a thing going on.
So you're a poet, a musician, a bodybuilder. What's something else that we don't know about you? Any other special interests, special skills?
Let's see. I can put up with white women.
Yeah.
That's a skill.
That's a skill.
Oh.
That's a skill.
I know what you're saying, Tommy. I know what you're saying.
And then halfway through, he stands up, starts taking his pants off, and he's like, you want to get out of here or what? And I'm like, what? He's like, we should go. You want to go to the park? And I'm like, no. Like, you're 2 minutes into this thing. I'm all, you need to sit back. He's like, what? And then he just looks all dazed and confused. I'm all, sit down, man. Just sit down, lay back. You're good. And then he was able to get comfortable, but...
So that was the joke and the premise, and Kokolovich was the worst case, the part that I played, because the character was not well schooled. He wasn't a critical thinker, and he was always on LSD or some sort of drug.
Look, I was in pursuit of something. I was in pursuit of Zen Buddha Satori. All I had were questions, but I was apparently pursuing the questions with such intensity that people thought I had the answers. I didn't.
I understand that you help administer it to others and guide them on experiences, right?
Correct.
All right. And how often or how many times would you say that you have tickled the beast?
And eventually I left the country and spent a year on a Marxist commune in Israel, a kibbutz, to see if indeed a Marxist paradise would produce a whole new kind of human being. And I discovered in a year on this kibbutz, it didn't. It didn't change human nature one bit.
The reason I'm laughing is that I got stoned and I thought, I got to save this movie, and I was a little off. I was like, what the fuck are you thinking, boy?
No, you know I'm open.
But that's true. You don't really start off squeezing the nodes off the back
thing.
of a Colorado river toad, collect the juices,
That's
and think,
definitely
oh yeah,
more of a Blake thing.
I'm going to
for
smoke
sure.
a big girthy bowl of this frog sauce.
But if you gave me a positive recommendation, I mean,
our whole draft was D.
we better show that D off.
Well, wait a second. Your whole draft is D. And that's all you had left to draft, okay?
We had
every offensive position is already filled with some elite talent.
Well, here's your one hardball question, Mr. Page.
Uh-oh.
I hope you can handle the heat.
Oh my God! Don't do it. Okay,
Which band partied the hardest? Supertramp, Toto, or Pink Floyd?
I'm on acid.
Yeah.
You are your own self, but you realize at that point that everybody else is just a reflection of you from a different light.
Man, I love that.
We so rarely get this deep on Something Crunchy.
Oh, shit.
Last week we had a game where we guessed a laugh from scenes in movies.
But
Hello?
Hello?
There
Are
he
we
is.
there?
Yeah.
That's funny. Hello?
Hello?
Are we still on?
What do you think, it was a crank call?
New Tom wasn't Tommy.
So you write, you paint, you give epic one-liners on the most popular show ever.
Yeah, I
created.
got dyslexia, OCD, and ADHD. So that's
Love
why
you
that
for all
happened.
of it.
All right, so on that project, is it true that you kicked Little Richard off set?
Well, look, I didn't kick him off the set. I just said
You
that,
made it known that you wish he wasn't there.
No, not at all. I just said that there can only be one Little Richard on set.
And is it true that you have the California plates that say pandemic?
Wow.
I do. PANDMIC.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, last March or April when, look, the reason I came up with the name, and it was just sort of flip, was I figured, pandemic is about affecting a lot of people very quickly, which is sort of what marketing was, right? So
Yeah.
it sort of fits. Anyway, but when the pandemic hit, all of a sudden I'd be in a parking lot at Ralph's or something, and people come up to me and say, "Are you a doctor? Are you a biophysicist?"
Oh no!
I mean, if I was I could have made a lot of money.
Serious questions about the virus.
President of pandemic marketing.
I could have made a lot of money being, setting up shop in a Kmart parking lot or a Walmart parking lot, just giving advice. I couldn't.
Yeah, it's like the shrunken head fetish
for
flea
oddities.
market.
I'm into
Right.
it. Oh, that sounds.
Yeah, you don't want to miss that.
Oh,
and
I
you know
love
what I have
that.
visited those.
I love
That's
fun.
funny. That's very funny. Hello? See, that's what I love about stoners, man. Because,
We just laugh about everything.
that's the only way to look at life. Because when the pain subsides, then you see the humor.
Being happy is not something that just jumps up on you. You have to work at it. And people don't realize that. They sit around thinking that happy is just going to come to them. You have to work on being happy. You have to put yourself in the right place to be happy. You have to surround yourself with the right people to be happy. You have to do the right things in your life to be happy.
So your disabilities can prove to be your capabilities.
Title of your next book.
All this with Pink Floyd, yeah, it was fun.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a trip. You can't go wrong when you play Pink Floyd. It always works.
You don't just owe your audience your songs, you owe your audience your soul. Music, the music business is not about an exchange of pieces of plastic or downloads. It is not about an exchange of money. It is about an exchange of raw human soul. When you are on that stage and you feel the faces of the audience melting and you see their eyes widening and you feel their energy merging in a big collective blob like an amoeba, and you feel that amoeba reach a pseudopod, a tunnel out to you, and that energy comes pouring through you, and you have an out-of-body experience, and that energy goes to somewhere around your head, is utterly transmogrified and channeled back down to them in a continuous feedback loop, a reverberatory circuit. That's your fucking soul coming alive in front of that audience. That's your soul and their souls merging.
But, what's really exciting, if you want to talk about excitement right now, is the fact of what's going on with NFTs. Have you been following that at all?
Oh,
Sure
Tyler.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Good. Tyler, you get an A.
Yeah. Oh, my God. He is like...
You get an A, girl. Yes. I'm very excited about this space because it's more than just a transaction. It's the concept of tokenizing is basically revolutionizing the planet. Yeah. And I truly believe that right now, this fundamental shift which a lot of people don't realize what it means. They don't understand the technology. They don't understand what this does. But this basically has changed the landscape for artists, creators, and people that own IP. The whole idea of tokenizing everything. We're moving into Chuck E. Cheese for the planet.
It's true. Yeah. It really is.
It's basically what it is.
Well, thank you for having me. I really
enjoy
it, man. I love talking to comedians.
Oh, thank you.
I don't get that chance often. Well, let's talk before or after. Okay.
Please.
Oh, we are here to laugh with you anytime.
I would love to have you back on to promote this.
We're going to call you every day just to make sure that's still cool.
Hey, don't laugh. People do. Some people do. Okay, take care, y'all.
Oh, thank you so much.
Good luck with it, and good luck with the show. I sound like you're having a lot of fun doing it yourselves.
The Big Apple is crunching away, no pun intended.
I'm an empath, and here I am on Crunchy.
Yes. Yes. Join us.
Well, I'll take all of that.
Dude, you've done your homework. Wow, man, you have done your homework. Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You guys you are spot on. That's absolutely true.
You're making me glow. I'm sitting here glowing.
Well, first of all, I have to say, you're trying to make this black man blush, and that's pretty hard. Okay.
It's for comedians. Well, you guys aren't comedians, so it's what we do. That's what we mind.
Blake, Blair, Tyler, a huge thanks. You've energized me.
Oh.
Woo! Damn, that hits hard.
I'm glowing over here.
Wow.
You forget the impact some of these had and how cool it is to have some of these opportunities. I love when we get to make them laugh, too. We've been very fortunate to bring on some guests of this caliber. I am eager to get into the hard laughs, but before we do, let's take a break. This episode of Something Crunchy is brought to you by Podcorn. Podcorn is a marketplace connecting podcasters to excellent sponsorship opportunities such as host read ads like this mid-roll, interview segments, topical discussions, and more. We at Something Crunchy proudly use Podcorn ourselves and get many of our paid sponsorships through this platform. It's easy to use, free to use, and it's a must-have even with a very small audience. Podcasters can browse and choose opportunities right on the site, set their own rates, and collaborate with brands directly without any exclusivities. You never give up any rights to your podcast, and Podcorn is there to support you along the way to ensure you're protected and compensated for the work that you do. If you're a fellow podcaster or thinking of getting into podcasting, sign up at podcorn.com. Also, there's a link for you directly in those show notes. Don't wait to monetize your podcast when you can get started today.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to Something Crunchy, and I hope you're enjoying the episode. It now pays to crunch down every week because we're hooking you up with big discounts from big brands. Up to 35% off Invicta watches using code CRUNCHY and apparel from 8080, where in addition to 10% off using code CRUNCHY, every dollar you spend goes toward an entry into the Dream Car giveaway. Don't forget to join the Something Crunchy Facebook group for updates, polls, and the web's crunchiest memes. You can find us on Twitter at crunch_cast, and feel free to send any questions and your track submissions to somethingcrunchy@gmail.com. Now, let's get back to the show.
And we're back. That's good stuff.
That's so good.
Having a good time.
I'm still all emotional over here.
I know.
All right, well, let's get into our favorite moments from non-interview sods. These always put out. We've had some great themes going on this season, and our games only keep getting better. I think our games is what we do best.
I love our games.
They're fucking fun.
We also had some participation from friends, family, and listeners this season.
We did.
Which was really nice. Without further magoo, let's get back into it and determine if we had a good time in season 4.
Hope you had a good time.
I had a great time.
Yeah. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Good to have you.
So glad you're here.
A fun time was had by all, I think. That was a good game. Turned out better than expected.
A fun time was had by most.
Me and the Crunchtastic R&D department went to town this week.
What'd y'all
Oh, I
find?
rode their ass all week long.
Oh, really?
No, Blair. And now more than ever, I think it is appropriate we have our salute
Hi there, may I take your order, please? Yes, you may.
to server. Let's play Who's Got the Giggles?
We're going to play a little game called Restaurant or Strip Club.
Yeah. My favorite game.
We are in Chapter 11 bankruptcy now. All right. Celebrity entrepreneurs are making their love for the leaf public in a way that reflects and influences the radical shift in how we perceive cannabis use and the diversification of products generated by the green economy. About time.
Well said, sir.
God, I'm just like, this is so great where this is going right now.
I'm going to list off some clues for you to guess a celebrity that is fully committed to the business side of buds.
Yeah.
The green behind the goof, the cheese behind the chiba, the cash behind the kush, the net behind the nugs. You know I could keep going. Profit behind the pipe.
Couldn't help yourself. Where it's like, I'm just here for the bang and for the story. Like,
I trained for 4 years just to get here for the bang. I didn't even care what event.
If you're not getting fucking paid, you might as well get laid.
ooh, is that tagline for the Olympics or what?
Should be.
Something Crunchy's new tagline.
We're not getting paid.
We might as well get laid. The shirt,
Crunchy@gmail.com. Send her nudes.
the shirts are in the printer.
Be a wait list for that one.
It's all cardio based, but I'm sure they're trying to impress if they're outside getting it done. Probably just trying to catch reflections off of car windows.
You know, there's mirrors
Exactly.
everywhere.
It's like Jillian Michaels sex. She's super hot, but you know she bangs like a heated drill instructor. You don't bang Jillian Michaels. She bangs you.
That's right. Give me 6 more.
And these are two Jillian Michael types, basically. These people don't date. They're coached all day and trained 24/7. All the more reason they're so eager to have some awkward athletic sex dips.
Ooh, they need this.
I have to believe that there is life out there, far away on other planets, and I could even subscribe to intelligent life, perhaps even more advanced than ourselves. But if they ever did come to Earth, this was a very long time ago. I don't believe any are here among us now, except for maybe Adrian Peterson. He looks like a lizard person wearing his human suit 2 sizes too small.
Yeah.
If you give him a forked tongue, you could slither me 100% convinced he's reptilian.
100% amphibian.
Well, let me assuage you this since we're on the subject. Which celebrities do you think could secretly be alien?
Tyra Banks
Tyra Banks.
is an alien.
He's like, he's sure she's an alien.
Show of hands, who's banged a machine before?
Just
No, everybody. Everybody.
Yeah.
Hands are
I've
up.
definitely had I've had attachments. I don't know that it's been inside of a machine. Like, cause I haven't had the fleshlight experience that Tyler has.
No, I'm talking like non-sex toy inanimate like machine that you used as a sex toy.
Like a VCR?
Sure. Yeah, that'll work.
Like a toaster? What are you trying to...
Sure. Yeah. Toaster. I fucked a vacuum. I mean, maybe just me.
I told you not to bother me.
I told you not to bother me cleaning my room. Yeah, thank you.
We are related, aren't we?
We are, definitely.
Gail swallows. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
No, I'm
good
trying
job,
to.
Adam.
I mean, I've pretty much fucked near anything.
Thanks for not leaving me hanging on. I fucked a vacuum.
I'm trying
and
to.
then we're moving on.
No, I'm not leaving you hanging. I'm trying to help you out and trying to think of something weird I fucked.
I mean, weird is relative, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Weird is relative.
It's a crowd
A
for
whole
everything.
other segment here.
All right. What about for your completely made up category? What'd you go with?
Okay, so I most lickable body.
Yes.
That award goes to Simon from Bridgerton.
Nice.
Such a great choice.
Most lickable body.
I'd like to nominate
Bonnie,
Blair.
That's awesome, Bonnie. So DraftKings, FanDuel, PointsBets.
Oh,
We will now be
boy.
seeking your sponsorship dollars.
Yes, please.
Which we will use to gamble on your sites.
No.
We can now make legal bets, which is both exciting and worrying for the Biscuits and I. Find us at the track now, betting on the ponies. Trying to pick that superfecta. We're men of the dice now. It is our destiny. And we shall take you on our journey, documenting every bad move as we shed ourselves of all belongings. All right, maybe a little extreme.
Oh my god, no.
No, really, the money is in sharking, lending out cheese so that others can go wild. We come knocking nuts if they don't pay.
Yeah.
The juice is in the Vic.
Ooh.
Remember that, kids.
Yeah.
All I remember is a lot of laughs, a lot of smoking, and one guy said I looked like Doug Benson. And that really stuck out with me. I woke up the next day and was like, Doug Benson.
You do have a little Doug in you.
I love Doug Benson, don't get me wrong, but Doug isn't exactly known for his boyish good looks. He's not exactly
hunk of the year.
Yes, he's not competing with Brad Pitt for sexiest man of the year.
It was also like a dude saying it. So
And
he
it was
like,
also like 4 or 5 hours into smoking joints and blunts and bongs and blints.
He probably's been watching a bunch of Doug Benson comedy and just being like, "Oh fuck yeah!"
I didn't take it personally.
I'm
I just
baked
was
and you
like,
kinda
I've
look
never
like Doug
gotten that before.
In his defense,
Tyler's gotten just as weird as shit.
Oh yeah, somebody thought I was Michael Carter Jr. from the 76ers. Yeah, he's a
Look him up and
Look
just
him up.
tell me if he looks like Tyler.
Yeah, look him up, look me up, tell me if you think we look the same.
You're a tall, stretched out TJ Miller.
Yeah, that's it. With a splash of Prince William.
If you're wondering what Tyler looks like, it's Prince William and TJ Miller. That's his combo.
That's my combo.
That's his combo.
Everyone's got one.
And I'm Doug Benson.
Well, you and Doug both have the same high face, so that's the thing. When he's like ultra baked and you were like combo baked, then you get
It's 'cause you were drunk.
Face.
I've been smoking for
That's the
20 years,
difference.
and I'm just learning this today.
Really?
That
You were today years old when you found
When
out?
I found out that I have Doug face. Blair, I've been smoking with you for 20 years. You didn't tell me this? I suffer from severe Doug face.
I can't even look at you right now because I'm just imagining
just look like
Doug's like.
I'm on my way there right now. I bet I'm suffering from a case of the Bensons as we speak.
I love this so much. right
Benson syndrome.
Blake caught the Benson again.
now. Took a huge dab rip and became all Benson.
Hope we don't get Benson out here in the middle of nowhere.
Blair! $50 high card win. You win?
Yes.
$50.
50 bones cash.
Woo!
That's
you
the
pulled the
lowest.
top card and it was an ace.
She just pulled a Maverick on your ass.
She
Right there.
really did.
Grab.
Wow, she
Ooh, I'll
pulled the
take
ace
that
of spades
back.
Off the
from the top.
That's the Maverick move.
You pulled the Maverick.
You know what? I'm so happy to hear that because I fucking love Maverick.
Damn.
I learned. I watched and I learned.
My old pappy used to say.
Now, God damn it. I never said that.
Tyler, how well would you do in wife carrying?
A whole lot better than wife throwing.
You're taking advantage of Blair being sick.
I am.
It's okay.
But I'm drunk, so.
You are. I didn't say there was anything wrong with that. I'm all for it.
I'm going to take advantage of her
Blake's
being
here
sick
for
later, too.
even get a half chub for getting Keanu?
Not even a half.
No.
A chub. You get it that a girl.
What if we vote on it and Tyler gives me a sympathy chub?
High five.
Yeah.
It's already the sympathy chub every night.
He's
so good. That was so good. I think I just had to do it. I'm sorry.
Oh, thanks.
Situation. I don't know what I looked up at one point, but like YouTube apparently thinks I need to watch animals giving birth like all the time.
Nice.
Like all sorts of jungle animals.
That is in your that's in your feed.
That's provided for me. Yeah.
Barnyard birthing.
And I watch it every fucking barnyard birth.
Recommended for me.
I'm like thanks.
Screaming litter of pigs.
Dude, I'm not really in this mood right now, but I'll watch it for a sec. Fuck it.
Biscuits. What's next on the tasting menu?
Sour Larry Lime Pebbles.
Sour Larry Lime Pebbles? That sounds fun as shit.
Okay,
Say no
best
more.
name ever.
Okay.
Is it tasty?
It's really good.
It's apricot, right?
Apricot.
It's apricot.
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 Apricot?
Now it's a weird word. I've said it too many times.
Apricot?
I've heard it too much. It's officially.
No.
There's
That's
no
that's
E in
like,
apricot.
That's like the English
There's a D on the
way
end.
to say it.
Pam dilemma.
Hold on. No, it's...
Yeah, it's a fucking edible. It's dried fruit. This is the end.
Oh.
That was more like...
That was aliens. They
coming
were
out.
literally
No,
abducted.
No, that
End
was...
of the world.
That was End of the World.
Because of the aliens.
Armageddon.
They literally were
Judgment Day.
abducted
Rapture.
and brought up.
Not Alien.
I will fight. No, we need to go.
They end up in heaven at the end.
We got a bootleg copy from the flea market, so we never saw the end.
They got
danced in the
picked
Backstreet
up
Boys.
in like it was like
Yeah,
exactly
they
what
they were
did.
abducted.
Alien.
By a demon.
Alien demon.
It's alien.
To be continued. And debated. Swimmers,
Oh.
track athletes, beach volleyball players, and gymnasts are some of the most open and eager athletes at the games.
My most masturbated to sports.
Those are the top faves.
Top 4.
Athletes from all over the world came to hook up, and most of them left by the next morning. So it was basically just like a fuck pad for Sydney,
Oh my god, to be a fly on that wall.
the Smash House.
To be
Olympia
a
smash.
stain on those sheets.
This was cool. Ferret bingo. Found this quite interesting.
Sorry, what?
Ferret bingo.
Ferret bingo.
Ferret bingo.
I gotta say, I'd probably be like one of those people that'd be so into that. Like it's like chooses the
Yeah.
fucking tunnel, and I'm like, fuck yeah! I'm just like, so that person.
Suck
that
my
would-
dick!
Yes, it's just like, why are you so hyped up right now? It's like, I don't know, because that's my life. And
That's my tunnel, bitch.
that's my fucking tunnel.
That's fucking tunnel.
So, yes.
90% of the bone in military goes down in the porta potties. That's where I would check first.
Oh, that's
Oh.
horrible.
Yeah, do better
I
than
hate
that.
hearing that. Our servicemen and women deserve better.
They do.
I got a little beef, with this whole dog and pony show they call the Mortal Kombat franchise. Here's my beef. Okay, I always guess Hook. I always go Tyler Hook.
You
And
guessed Hook.
I was gonna
5
say-
times.
It's always fucking wrong.
You guessed Hook. Every what's the score except for what's the score.
Really?
Oh yeah.
See, I'm thinking about, here's the beef.
Hold
Hold
the
on.
phone.
Before you go press and play again, let me tell you about this little dog and pony show that I got a problem with over here.
Let's
Strip
just-
clubs have food. They do not offer a dining experience. I'm sorry.
You're gonna throw
Drinking.
some good fellas my way. You know I'm gonna get it. I'm
You
sorry.
made me take that shot of tequila before we started.
That shot did everything for me.
Blair's in the zone. God, if I'm Tyler, I'm like,
Go fuck your mother.
like, did you know that Kit Harington sees himself as a Monica? Did you also know that David Beckham sees himself as a Monica? BTS likes Friends? No way!
Yeah.
guy, like the guy that's in it, I can't remember his name, but he's like weirdly hot, like in a really weird way, like kind of like a Steve Buscemi kind of hot. Like it's not right, but it's hot.
Steve Buscemi kind of hot.
Steve Buscemi kind of hot. Let's explore that.
I love you so much for saying we thought Steve's not hot was something, but Steve Buscemi hot is like different level.
Well, I'm definitely next level.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon had an interesting childhood. In fact, it was his parents that introduced him to weed.
Well, I just thought that Matt Damon was like a Streisand, but I think that he's rocking the shit in this one.
Shut up, Dave!
Rocking the shit in this one. The activation was a fun process, just to wait for everybody to be able to use their powers one time before the end of the movie. Fucking cool.
Yeah, some already kind of came with their powers. Others had to be activated, as we were saying throughout the movie. That was our term for it, because, just walk back in. She been activated? Sonya got her bracelet? All right.
She's not even in yet.
She's still training? She's been training.
She's a hanger-on still.
I seen Blair walking back in the room as Jax's arms are getting torn apart. She's like, oh, I like that.
We had just like these little dinkers, like you know, have a thing with like teeny hands, so like little teeny robots just trying to hit with like a big guy, like you know he wants to use like these little things like so hard. And
they replaced Jax's monster arms with like these little grab my little hand.
Yeah, it's like
my strong hand.
My strong hand.
Well, then I come back in and he's got his like monster back, and I'm just like,
He had to be activated, Blair.
Yeah.
That's when it's activated.
Doesn't happen
Activation.
until like
his pistons kicked in.
Complete.
Later.
Activation complete.
Emperor's
Epic.
New Groove.
Oh.
I have no idea.
What
Emperor's
did you just
New
say?
Blair, how many points should we deduct for that? I'm willing to have a conversation.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about it, now's the time.
I'm like serious because it was so epic. I don't know. Emperor's New Groove.
Epic. I'm bringing up the Oscars, and Tyler's like, you know what? Isn't that one of the sequels to Aladdin?
I can't.
No, it's funny because Tyler guesses this just anytime he could possibly guess it.
Transformers.
Shit! Blair.
That was the
all
best.
she needed was a little clue for her half a chub to get right back in.
I'll take any chub I can.
Let's face it. Name of your sex tape. How do they make a better EDM song in 1995 than in 2021?
Yeah, totally.
How do you go 3 steps down from like that epic Mortal Kombat?
I do agree with that. It was so good the first time.
In 95, I was shadowboxing shit to that jam on repeat. You could find me in my room throwing bicycle kicks.
Yeah. 16 kick
I can
combo
tell you, it
across
was
the
a
bed.
treat.
It wasn't the right way to go. Goro didn't fight anyone in like the pit or this awesome like fucking palace of hell.
Which
no,
is where you want him to fight.
He fought him right in front of Dude's little sister and
Aunt Jan's house right in the neighborhood cul-de-sac. Like, that's not a map I'm trying to pick when I got first picks. Yeah, winner stays. M picks the map. I'm not going to Aunt Jan's.
Yeah, what are we doing? The pit, Shang Tsung's Empire,
Hell's Fire, Aunt Jan's.
Aunt Jan's front yard.
No.
Don't scare the chickens. That was where the Goro fight happened.
Ed, call the cops.
All 5 minutes of it.
100%. Your server voice comes in. That does sound good. Yeah. Is that your kid shit on the floor?
Yeah.
I'm going to get that for you. Yes.
That does sound good.
I even liked him as an actor, and now I hate him as an actor. I'm like, you left your fucking dog. Now you're a dick.
I hate him as
Like,
an
I don't
actor.
care if it's a movie.
Get out there and
Reminds me
find
of a
that fucking dog.
Called The Puppy Who Lost
his way.
So that
Yeah,
was
well,
like
he died in the
saddest
end.
moment
Spoiler
in
alert, so I don't care.
Oh
or actually,
my
I don't think he died. He just, like, got stuck in some, like, war zone or whatever, but he totally deserved it because
should have gotten
his
the dog.
dog is like, yeah.
Double spoiler alert. He died. He did die. He died. I wish
He died. The dog is gone.
He died. The dog is gone. Don't watch it.
I'm upset.
Well,
It's
I don't
sad.
know. He may not have died. I don't know.
What about your completely made-up category? What'd you choose?
So this goes back to Westworld with most bangable robot.
Yeah, great.
That is like best made-up category.
I'm like, this is the most confusing thing I've ever seen.
The Tinder Trap is a strip club.
Yeah.
Sick son of a bitch.
Yep.
You been trapping it without me?
I have been.
Should I be scared that you're going to be like
Wait,
so
so-
good at this?
Tender hogging.
The Tinder patch is a strip club? Tinder trap? Snatch trap?
I need to watch it again alone.
Name your sex tape.
I knew that was coming. I'm like,
Name of your new OnlyFans page.
Donate tokens to Something Crunchy at Blair's
at blairfeet.com.
Doing something.
are we going to
way
start
dirtier.
getting DMs asking for pictures of my feet
I'm going to
now?
keep bringing it
I hope
up.
so.
I'm going to talk it into existence.
Yeah.
Need that feet money.
Yeah.
Could use some new equipment. out of it.
Right?
Don't you want to see his people? Don't you want these YouTube videos to have like some faces
Yeah.
on them? Isn't that what we want? Gotta have that camera. Feet pics. I'm not only a very good actor, but also a great roulette player. A passion I inherited from my
Are
father.
you a great pause? Pause. Hold on. Pause. How the fuck are you, as anybody, a great roulette player? I mean, it's like,
Well, it's all about strategy, Blair.
is it?
I don't know. I'm not a great roulette player.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, let's hear the story.
Not only a very good actor, I'm also a great roulette player.
John C. Reilly?
No.
Will Ferrell?
No.
Shit!
I had some time.
I'd be curious to know how all the orgies, teammate sex, and all of that works. Like, do you still represent your country in there?
In your heart.
With other participants? Like, can you...
In effort.
Can you tag in your fellow countrymen?
Why you're a team?
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone has ever been relayed by like an entire relay team. Like,
you know it.
Pass the baton, so to speak.
Drop the ball.
Why does this baton feel bigger than the last one?
Bet on the right horse there, buddy.
But this one, I'd stick it in Kudrow.
Yes.
You
Put it in
fuck
order.
Jen, marry Lisa, and kill Courtney.
There you go.
Makes sense.
That's it. Wow, I feel so good about myself. Like, you know when you just know when you got the right answer?
That was the correct answer. I agree.
If you could just see the look on his face right now, he's just beyond
Gleaming
proud.
with pride.
Yeah. You're
you get
glowing.
an A+ on that test. Good job.
Tyler wins. It is, in fact, Sean Connery. Whoa.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and I didn't get claps before, but I've won anything.
This is exciting.
This is exciting.
Just because of how
What?
impressed I am by the
When
random.
are we giving out sympathy chubs? Because I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, no.
You got half.
This is dinner for schmucks.
Dinner for
You wouldn't have
schmuck.
given me half chub for that.
Lick a dick.
I give you half a chub for less.
I earned that half chub.
He earned his chub.
Oh, right. Dinner for schmugs.
You wouldn't have
Whatever.
got it. You wouldn't have got it.
Y'all are good.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are correct.
They know me down there. I have my own table.
Ask for Tyler Westside.
Yeah.
I have my own drink, too.
Oh my god, I can't even see.
My parents would go on date night when I was like, 7, 8 years old. So it was time to pick a movie night for Tyler. Get a Tostitos party pizza and a movie.
And you picked Bloodsport?
And I got Bloodsport, one of my
Wow.
first ones. And that's where I discovered Jean-Claude and his body of work. And From there out, it was all Jean-Claude movies. I saw Kickboxer, Kickboxer 2, Kickboxer 3 back in the city.
Man.
You name it, I was all over it.
No one saw Kickboxer 3. You are one of like 108 people that saw Kickboxer 3.
Your parents were probably like, thank God he's so into this fucking
Jean-Claude
Van
saves the
Damme
marriage.
series. Yeah, right? Like,
Tyler, when you get home from Dildo Dory, are you ready to mix a batch or take a nap?
mix a batch.
Oh.
You guys.
Calm down.
Yeah. What you doing over here, chub chasing?
Yeah. So do I get a chub to that? And participation chub or
participation
Trying to shove all those chubs in, okay?
As usual.
Yeah. Name your OnlyFans page.
How many can you fit in your butt tonight?
I feel like you're due for some amigos.
I know.
The other OnlyFans page she runs. Blair versus 3 amigos. Any one of them, really. If you got 2 amigos and you want to come over and square up against Blair, there's an OnlyFans for that.
Due for a couple of amigos.
Blair and the amigos. A big hit. You can mix too.
Oh no, this is a smoke sesh now.
No, this is
I just asked you for a fun night out, but I
out.
want to know about your smoke sesh. You didn't get to answer that question.
I don't know. I feel like
I asked you about a fun night out, and she's just talking about banging. She's
Yeah.
like,
Whoa.
who'd be most fun
What
for a
kind
night
of club
out?
we going to here?
Well, I'd play with his nuts, tug on his peen for a bit, and cuddle with this guy after.
Yeah. Blair.
I said he was funny and he made me laugh.
Tug, suck, cuddle, go.
Tug and Perry, suck at the blog.
Tug and Perry.
Sorry, Schwimmer.
Cuddle and Schwims.
You know he's a great cuddler.
Hug for you.
Yeah.
Cuddle for her. He's an expert cuddler. Great answer.
How about KFC?
Oh God, that's gonna be easy.
Fuck the diet trend. Come get your bucket, you fat piece of shit. Old Navy, we're not special, but neither are you. McDonald's, yeah, the rumors are true. Go McFuck yourself. Long John Silver, when you're in the mood for a bad fish cleanse.
Long John Silver wanted you to lose 15 pounds.
Can't find mushrooms? Trip your balls on Long John Silver's.
Oh, Zombieland?
Oh.
Zombie.
Shut up. You're lying right now.
No, obviously it's Zombieland.
Oh my God.
Twinkies all over the fucking place. Zombieland.
I was like, I swear to God, there's a movie that went like extra on the Twinkies. You know this.
In the summer of 1964.
Yeah, it's full chum.
Don't deny him a full chub.
Never deny him such a thing.
Biscuits. What is the strangest thing you've ever bet on?
I bet like 8 people I couldn't keep a dirty sock in my mouth for 5 minutes at a bowling alley.
All right. Radio Flyer 2, where the fuck is Bobby?
Oh. Oh my God, I can't tell you how many things I have to say about that right now.
Has anyone seen my 8-year-old son flying his wagon lately?
Seriously though, can we just take one fucking moment to discuss where the fuck Bobby went? I'm so glad.
Radio Flyer 2, where the fuck is Bobby?
I have been really into these videos that's like 2 dudes in a jungle digging underground swimming pools in houses and such.
What?
Those are awesome.
You know what I'm talking about, Biscuits?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, they're underground?
I don't know. I follow 2 different sets of jungle people. It's a deep hole that you can spend hours watching them dig shit.
Redbox, forget to pay your cable bill.
Redbox, just keep it when you're done. Nothing will spice up your night like a red box.
Oh my God.
What about DoorDash?
DoorDash.
Your slop is at the door, you fat little pig.
Seriously.
Feeding time. DoorDash.
DoorDash, colder food at higher prices.
Yeah. DoorDash, it may not be fast or even your food, but it's delivery.
Walmart, if you're dressed, you're overdressed.
Oh my God.
Fun side note, last 420 episode, Blair wasn't able to partake. She was a little bit pregnant.
A little bit, yeah. Welcome back, B.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
This year she's pregnant too. She just doesn't care. She's still smoking.
Stop. False information.
Fake news. Pregnant with emotion? Was a McDougal.
I'm just going to pretend I said that right.
Yeah.
Barbara Walters?
Shut up, Blair.
Oh my God.
It was all over me. All over them. We don't really chill anymore.
We're not allowed to come back over anymore. Hold your shit, Thaddeus. Take a break.
Would you rather have a bell go off every time you're horny or never be able to get horny?
I just rang the bell. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it.
He's going to say it?
I'm going to say it right
Most
now.
underrated
Giovanni
actor?
Ribisi is my favorite actor.
Whoa! Bomb has been dropped. Wow! My mind is blown. Ribisi, coming for you, buddy.
Breaking
Coming for
news.
you.
Holy shit. We have a favorite.
Wow. Bold statement.
That
Bomb.
is.
I'm definitely one of Blake's all-time favorite guitarists, but when you mention my band, he creams his jeans.
Lenny Kravitz. No. Stop.
The Emperor's New Groove? Lenny Kravitz?
Blair. Couldn't be more wrong.
No, I meant what's this fucking...
Wow, I know you meant someone else, and it came out as Lenny Kravitz.
No,
Ah.
you know, 100% did not mean Lenny Kravitz.
My God.
Blake, what am I fucking trying to say?
Lenny Kravitz.
Please.
Guitar god Carlos Santana.
That's exactly what I was
has a
thank
cannabis
you.
line now called Miraro.
Whoa.
I didn't even know when I first watched it led into this gaping
Yeah.
rabbit hole, but the strange and exciting world of mousetrapping is both fun and addicting.
Blair kept coming up with the wrong answer over there.
Remember when Blair said that
Lenny
I would
Kravitz?
cream my jeans over Kravitz? I mean, that cover of American Woman was pretty good, but not sure I'm creaming my jeans over it.
He's still got abs at 60. That's
I
kind of
can't
cool.
breathe.
I got to take a rip of the old cartridge remnants I've been collecting for the last 2 years.
Nasty.
I usually
we keep getting him. This is what 3
Yeah.
One more. We'll have to call it early because he just can't take it.
Oh, you got that one.
Yeah. What are you doing over there? Not marking my chubs? How many other chubs have you not marked to keep it close? Are you taller right now? You look taller to me. They are pretty beautiful. I've seen them.
Remember when Tyler walked in after we got done recording one night? She was babysitting. She was just wearing her robe on the couch. She had a titty flopped out.
Full titty.
This is a true story.
Think of like a duck, 22 hands.
But 100 speeding duck horses? Like, fuck that.
That's a Clyde's duck. 22 hands is a fucking beast.
Uh-oh.
I know. Yep. Blake, can you drop it for me? Hank Azaria, favorite actor.
Whoa! You guys are drunk. You guys are drunk. News alert. Something Crunchy henceforth shall be known as Marijuana-holics.
The Marijuana-holics.
A place for stoner comedy. Nice. All right. So I have a serious question for everyone right now.
Whoa.
Do I look like Doug Benson?
You kind of do.
You got Doug
Really? If I'm right, then you shall be called for the rest of the episode Doja Puss.
Perfect.
Doja?
That's awesome.
No, the
Yep.
rest of the zone.
That's right, DP.
I second that.
I can't even say it. The words can't even come out of my mouth.
Seconded and moved.
I have to get this
Ooh,
right.
high stakes.
Horrible at gambling, Blair.
I am. I'm like so well aware of that. This is why I'm not a gambler.
Wow. Let's put Ant Flo right in the attic.
Just put her up there.
Disaster. Holy shit.
Is it Anchorman?
No.
Fuck!
Wow.
So many Lou Gaines jokes I can make right now, but I'm not gonna.
Fuller. Easy on the Pepsi.
So many good laughs in
Oh.
Dumb and Dumber. Like,
Yeah. You kidding me? The way that
You
was
put
shot.
Gorgeous George in a bare knuckle boxing match against the Pikey.
It's fucking good.
That was good.
You know when we do the impressions part at the end of the finale episode? That's going to be what you hear. The end of season 4.
Michael Caine. I just like I'm itching to say Michael Caine.
Your
you know?
taste makes you want to say
Just 'cause I
Michael Caine.
I can just see him.
makes you want to do like Michael Caine.
Let me see if I can get my Gary Busey right. 5 parts of my brain contain alien power on the intergalactic highway of existence. Whoa.
Whoa.
I didn't realize
Mike.
Tyson was so into the graph, man. Okay. So Blair's going with Anthony Hopkins. Tyler's going with...
No. Michael Caine.
Oh, Blair switched to Michael
I didn't
Caine.
switch. I went hard on Michael Caine from the beginning.
Well, then Blair's all hard for Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
I keep looking at
I put all my chips on Michael Caine.
I could just feel him doing this.
People keep asking if I'm an alien, and I'm thinking, yeah, I'm back.
I love that made her best
Double
look.
husband having mullet man. There's a lot of age and love for America's cigarettes.
Y'all have to remember Christina Applegate. Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead.
Obviously, Mick.
What about that Zsa Zsa diamond ring you bought for Cynthia? No. Never seen it. Son of a bitch, that was funny. Well done, you guys. Another strong C's. We definitely need more Adam and Rochelle. That's for certain.
Yes.
They both killed it and will both have an all-access Crunch Pass.
They bring out
to
the
season
best in
5
us, too.
and beyond. They do. So many funny clips, and I live for making fun of Blair.
Oh.
You're a good sport, B, and I know you're used to it,
Love
even
you, Blair.
publicly, but you take it with grace and elegance, and you're only roasted out of love. Thank you both for being the crunchiest co-host one could have. Thank you to our affiliates and sponsors. We sincerely value your partnership and appreciate your support. Thank you to all of the bands and artists who submitted their tracks, allowing us to add some crunchy music to the show. We love to support the scene and share the shine with you. Most of all, the biggest thank you to Crunch Nation and our listeners. We appreciate every single one of you and the time you spend with us. We may not have the most, but we have the best. Don't forget to hang out with us over the break. You can find us on social media and in the Something Crunchy Facebook group. All the links in every episode is on somethingcrunchy.com. Keep sending those track submissions to somethingcrunchy@gmail.com so we can fill up the queue for Season 5. An 8080s Dream Car giveaway for a 2019 Nissan GTR plus $40,000 in cash is still going on. Not only do they have some of the best looking and most comfortable apparel, but you can enter discount code CRUNCHY for an additional 15% off. Plus, every dollar you spend gives you a chance to win a GTR and $40,000. This is what we call in the biz a no-brainer. So before we go, some of you have found our bloopers we put out there. Some of you have not. If you make it past the outro each episode, you will find our lowlights, bloopers, outtakes, and delightful fuck-ups.
It's our nod to everything funny in 90s sitcoms. When they would play after the finale, they would do the bloopers from the season. It was the best part.
We're influenced by a lot of film and television.
We are.
And this is a big part of it. This is the first finale. We added a blooper reel, but it is still in its blooper place after the episode. If you didn't know, now you know. Thank you again for crunching down with us. This has been another season of Something Crunchy. And as always, don't ever forget to live your crunchiest life.
And be crunchy to one another.
Please don't forget to subscribe, like, follow, and all that crunchy good shit. Thank you for listening.
This has been another episode of Something Crunchy. And as always, don't ever...
That was the worst thing I've ever heard. Big bonk. Do it.
I'm waiting for you.
I know. Oh, I'll bring you...
Okay.
Holy shit, that was bad.
Dink jerk.
Oh. This has been another episode of Something Crunchy, and as always...
You were supposed to do the... I'm going to bring us in. And then you just go, smash? Come on.
It's always big.
Always.
How do we want to do this? Okay.
Just cheers
Give me
each
the
other.
3, 2, 1.
All right. I'm going to redo this last part here.
Perfect. Nailed it. And be crunchy to one another. And be crunchy to one another.
I need to redo mine too. Wow.
I went too fast.
It's terrible. This has been Before we get into it, I think it's appropriate.
Cleaning them out.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get my line ready.
Feel free to take some sips and ribs.
Ribs.
Welcome to a new episode of Sips and Ribs. It's hot.
It's hot.
That Hansel is so hot right now.
Steve's on hot.
30 seconds till we are live. That was nice. Wow. Face.
5, 6, 7, 8.
God, it had that like treble and bass.
Yeah.
It was full flavored. Where am I? Lost. I don't know where I am.
Can I take a sip?
Oh yeah, take a fat sip. Yeah. Blister fat sips.
Speaking of sips.
Speaking, no one's looking.
Patreon.
Why? Where do they get? What did we just talk about?
Who are you?
And let me preface this with,
no shit.
get off Netflix, you piece of shit.
Yeah. Quit watching Friends rewinds. Rewinds?
Roads.
Rewinds me sound so old.
Wait a minute. That's not right.
Yeah. Shit. Jake Gyllenhaal and Gyllenhaal and
You're gonna do it again, huh? Going back to Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
I had a God, all this shit. I gotta figure out like my grandmother's second husband.
Hold on.
What is he to me?
I gotta work on a family tree situation.
Yeah, grandfather-in-law.
I'll be right back. Out of Baltimore, Maryland, this is Peace by the Mind. No. What was that?
No.
What was that? The hell was that? Hated the way that sounded. Soft-tailed deer.
Soft-tailed deer?
Is it?
You talking white-tailed deer?
Soft-tailed.
Soft deer.
Is that like a college freshman that goes to yoga?
And
what you got?
Sunset Sherbet butter.
Concentrate.
Topical.
That's not a flour concentrate or edible.
Flour, concentrate, or edible.
Topical. That's like a...
It's the name of the game.
He finally fucked up on the first question. Yay! I do this all the time. Doesn't it suck right now?
Not Blair this time.
We've all had our moments. Doing the rest of the shout outs.
Fuck!
I've definitely done equally, if not worse, things.
Like what?
Yeah, do tell.
We don't have our deal out.
Shit! I could feel my Doug face. Right now, I could feel it. I know I have Doug face. Especially when I look to the right at you, I could feel the side punch.
Tag him after.
That's tough.
You nasty, cheating whore.
Pay up,
The world wanted me to win.
Our preferred choice of medicated edible. Our preferred choice of medicated edibles. Tipsy Turtle is a high-quality THC-infused edibles. Our preferred choice of medicated edibles. Tipsy Turtle is a high-quality THC... Okay. This episode of... Fuck. This works.
Did it ever?
Wow, those mics.
Did it ever?
Those mics really picked that up. Wow.
I'm literally crying.
Oh my God.
That was like the perfect
Wow. You've blessed us with many a live tune, but that was
wonderful. Thank you.
wow.
That was next level.
Man.
That was like the perfect finish to the game. Y'all did like wonderful, by the way.
Thanks. Who won?
Wow, that perfectly recorded fart was brought to you by Shure and their classic SM7B.
Thank you for the new mics. They sound great.
Smell worse.
Tyler kind of smells like shit.
Yeah. Real bad.
Please keep sending those chunky.
So chunky.
What?
So trunky.
What was he even trying to say?
Wait. Why? And be crunchy to one another. And be crunchy to one another. And be crunchy to one another.
Be crunchy, be crunchy, be crunchy, be crunchy, be crunchy.
Well,
let's go, little sweetheart.
And be crunchy to one another.
And be crunchy to your mother.
Tell your mom I said hi.